And check out the Mavs. Fashion first, getting off the bus, and now they'll try to make the same impression on the court. Going after this win on the road. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trailblazers as they go up against the Dallas Mavericks. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Blazers coach Terry Stotts had previous head coaching stints in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but it was as an assistant coach in Dallas, where he helped win the 2011 title, that he rejuvenated his career. Stotts wasn't sure he'd get another coaching opportunity, but after that, he said the stars aligned. Kevin, he's now in year 8 as head coach in Portland.
The players love him. Thank you, David. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Curry is out there with Luka Doncic, and it's Hardaway in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Trent in at the small forward position. Looking at the long season ahead, Brent, as a veteran player, what are some of the habits that keep your body going strong, staying healthy?
Teams have really gotten hip to the idea that we need to rest our star players as much as possible. So efficiency with the work that they do, I think, is the most important thing. Star guys who get into practice and are on the court for 50 minutes to an hour every day, so that there's a rhythm that they can keep and the teammates can keep up along with them on the floor. That's what's about for those guys. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance.
Doncic, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's tipped. Porzingis with the steal. Outside Curry. Doncic passes to Porzingis over Anthony. Portland grabs the miss. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You got to appreciate Porzingis, a willing screener, and he rolls quick to the open space.
Lillard looking around. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Outside, Porzingis. Lillard against Doncic. From outside, off the mark. Anthony dishes to McCollum. Back to Anthony. Fades back. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
A Melo special right there, playing in the mid-range. It's pretty much been his home his entire career.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Back to Hardaway. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now, here's Nurkic to the inside. Here's McCollum. Here's Lillard. And Curry pulls it down.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one. There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And the Blazers GM called Portland a cocoon market. Not a lot of exposure, but these fans sure love their team.
Maybe you have to look at the front office and credit them for understanding the personalities of the guys that they rely on here in McCollum and Lillard. Not really going out to seek the limelight, wanting to concern themselves with getting better as basketball players, and then wanting to make an impact in the community. It's come together nicely for them in Portland.
Nurkic can't hit.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
McCollum, no good. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Doncic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Damian Lillard.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
The Mavericks shooting their first foul shots of the night here. So they now lead by 1.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber, and Trey Burke subbed in for Seth Curry. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Damian Lillard, third.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Pass to Whiteside. 1:04 left here in the opening quarter. Nice D from Porzingis. Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Left side, Porzingis. Passes to Burke. 6 to shoot. There's the triple. The shot that time, not on target. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They need this one. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Doncic against Lillard. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Can't go in soft. You got to have intention when you go in there on the glass. And Porzingis wanted to beat everybody to the ball that time.
McCollum outside. And the jumper falls for him. 7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. No one near Doncic as he... Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And that does it for the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Trey Burke. Dwight Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Now here's Brunson. He lobs it up, and the dunk by Powell.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Lillard. The Mavericks making the shot. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Brunson. Dallas leading by 5. Burke, the pass to Powell. Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant, who play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
And Portland making a change here. Simons is checked in. And the second free throw, good. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 6-point game. A 3-ball. Drops in the tray. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is what you're going to get with Lillard. He's a gunner. Right now, he's gunning from deep range.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Pulls it up. And again, it's Portland converting. Here's Brunson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Burke from deep. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Lillard, the pass to Simons. Takes the 3. That one, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Simons. That's a 2 from Hood, and Portland again with the bucket.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
Now Brunson, following the three-point attempt by Rodney Hood. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Porzingis. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Porzingis has got 6 points.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
From the wing, again, the Trailblazers score. There's a minute 34 left in the first half of the game. The pass to Finney-Smith. Now Powell. Porzingis, that's a 2. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
That's a patented move, I think, for Porzingis. Excellent with the catch and shoot.
Now here's Lillard. 4-point game, and the shot is good. Simons has got his 2nd basket of the game. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Now here's Brunson, covered by Lillard. Outside, Porzingis puts up a 3. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. For Portland, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. And the basket by Lillard.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
But Damian Lillard and his commitment to not only the way that he wants to play and wants to improve, but his commitment to Portland and this city and this franchise has been nothing short of remarkable.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Lillard from deep three-point land, and again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
And here is Doncic. Up in time, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
We just got to compete. You know, keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense. Called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always seem to have the answer. Got good coaching.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Well, as we know, it's always a good idea to pound the ball into the paint. So many defensive game plans are focused just on stopping the three. When you hurt a team down low, they got to react. That allows you to play inside out. Trust me, I have the blueprint. I own the blueprint. I created the blueprint. Inside, kick it back out, shoot the three. Rick Fox, B. Shaw, and big shot, Bob for three. The crowd going crazy. I know you remember that, Ernie.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Portland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Trent in at the 3 spot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half. And stolen by Lillard. Pass to Trent. Over Hardaway. They get it back. Anthony. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
Nurkic with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
From deep, and Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 8 points.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease. Ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Got that one up quick. And it's a 3-point Maverick lead. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets in a foul trouble. See the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Pass to Nurkic. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Kleba. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Kleba's got his second basket of the night.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Nurkic against Porzingis. Nurkic the pass to McCollum. Shoots over Curry. And the basket by McCollum. He's got 7.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Doncic feeling it out. Chalk up 2 there. Doncic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Inside, and Portland with another turnover here.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard. Last season, he played outstanding. 3rd in free throw percentage, 9th in scoring. And his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And just going back to his free throw efficiency, it's about confidence when you're at the line. You've always said it. He had it. That's how he ended up with the top 3 ranking. Now here is Hardaway. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And he's got his first chance at the line here for the Trailblazers. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Hezonja comes in for Anthony. And Trevor Ariza subbed in for Damian Lillard. And Dallas also making a switch. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis.
Fearless shooter and a remarkable dunker. Tim Hardaway Jr. is such a valuable rotation guy that you just want to have consistent effort from. And I think he's reaching that level now.
Now here's Ariza. Whiteside, high post. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Here's Dallas. They're on a 16-5 run. Since taking over the starting role in 2018, Willie Cauley-Stein has lived up to his draft spot of being number 6, Greg, overall in 2015.
And you knew that a big man like Cauley-Stein would take a few years to develop, but at a legit 7 feet and great length, he is everything you could hope for in a starting center.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Delon Wright comes in for Curry. Here's McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Mavericks leading by 11. Wright, the pass to Kleba. Here's Finney-Smith. Shoots it up. It's not going to go for him. Ariza against Wright. There's 39 seconds left in the third. Hezonja hits from the high post. Hezonja's got his first bucket in this one. And it's Wright with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Stolen by McCollum. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Even though McCollum's a little bit thin, he doesn't mind taking the contact and moving away from it before scoring.
The Trailblazers shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
throw good. McCollum.
The 2013 draft comes up, and the 10th pick is announced as C.J. McCollum out of Lehigh. And a lot of people said, who is this guy? Not a lot of people say that now, Kevin.
The Mavericks have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. That free throw good from Doncic. Free throws good from Doncic.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Doncic against McCollum. Lets the three fly, and another three for Portland.
It's so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Trey Burke is out there with Wright. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Here's Trent. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Wright finds Powell. Now here's Burke. Pass to Finney Smith. Trying to find Burke. Gets it to him. Clock at 6. There's the pass to Finney Smith. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Three-pointer right, and he's good on the three ball.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
A three from McCollum. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's Finney Smith. Right outside. From 10 feet out. In deep. Cauley-Stein drops it in. And now a 7-point Dallas lead.
Well, a 7-footer that has a bit of moxie. Willie Cauley-Stein loves to play rough down low.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it and make the adjustment.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Anthony comes in for Mario Hezonja. And it's Damian Lillard in for Trevor Ariza. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard outside. Fires the 3. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And the Mavericks call time here. Here's Burke. Outside, Porzingis. Three-pointer. Here's Powell. Drops in the layup for 2.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Lillard, the pass to Trent. Shoots the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got 8 rebounds in this game. Another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
That is a spectacular move. Over 7 feet tall. Porzingis handling things like a guard out there.
Lillard against Wright. Lillard outside. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight. Wright looking around. Outside Hardaway. Here's Porzingis. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way. As much as you just saw him do there, glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. It's the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, after the boos on draft night when he got to the league, you could immediately recognize the unique talents of Kristaps Porzingis, and he keeps trying to raise the bar for himself. An exciting young player for the league.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Seth Curry comes in for Trey Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Wright. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Outside Hardaway. Here's Doncic. And right on target. Good. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Outside Curry. 51 seconds left to play in the final quarter. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Curry.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just torn them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight.
And he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Whiteside's checked in for Portland. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. 6-point lead. Curry Curry kicks to Doncic. Back to Curry, fires the three, sinks the triple.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them, complete control.
Now, here's Doncic. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.